Alright, He Was a Quiet Man. I changed from King of Ants because it's an asylum movie, and I had no idea it was an asylum movie, and asylum movies just are terrible. But He Was a Quiet Man has William H. Macy in it, but he's not the star of it. Alicia Cuthbert and Christian Slater are the stars in it, and they get into a romance. But before they do that, Christian Slater's character is named Bob, and he's a very quiet person, but he wants to shoot up the office because he hates where he works. He hates it. But before he can do that, someone else does. And he already has a gun with him, and he drops a bullet on the ground, and he ducks. And the other person starts shooting up the office. And he's like, well, I wanted to do this, but I guess you're doing it. And then he becomes the hero because he shoots the shooter, because the shooter and him have back and forth. And then he's like, well, you're just pissed off a guy that has had a bad day, and then starts to go shoot him, and then Bob shoots him 6 times. And then he becomes the hero of the office, and he goes from nothing job to being VP. And the girl named Vanessa, who's Alicia Cuthbert, who you would know from The Girl Next Door, is in the shooting paralyzed from the neck down. And she and him, he goes to see her, and she doesn't like that. He kept her alive because now she's paralyzed from the neck down. And so they have this weird relationship to where she likes him. She wants him to kill her. And he's like, okay. And they go out for the last meal. They have a good talk. And then she's like, you know what? No, I want you to be with me. And so they have a relationship. And people know him because he's saved people in the office and everything else. Until the ending. The ending is a big twist. And it'll either piss you off or you'll either be like, oh, okay. Mine was both. Because I was like, that's dumb and stupid. But okay, I guess, whatever. And then I thought about it and I'm like, you know what? That makes sense because in his head, he thinks of stuff that happens. And he's like, oh, I just blew up by the way, there's some bad CGI in this movie to where he blows up the building. And it's like some bad CGI, although I think it's on purpose because it's in his head. And then the building comes back together and you're like, oh, that's some bad CGI. That's real bad. But again, it's in his head. He has a lot of stuff that happens in his head. He talks to his fish who basically tells him, why didn't you do it now? Why didn't you shoot up the office now? And then he becomes the hero. And his fish stops talking to him. And his fish is also really bad CGI. But I gotta say, this movie, because of the ending, I'm going to give it a 7.1 out of 10. But that's because of the ending. If the ending didn't happen that way, I'm not telling you the ending until you watch it. If the ending didn't happen that way, I'd give it like an 8 or a 9. It's an interesting movie, and it shows that he doesn't want all the spotlight. He hates it. But if you want to watch this movie, it's free on everything. It's on Tubi. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. 1,000 subscribers. Let's get out of 600 subscribers. Subscribe.